Good afternoon to all our live viewers. We are back live with the third match of the day in the One Champion Elite Season 43. The Game Changers taking on RR Stones. Coin toss fell in favor of the Game Changers. They have opted to bat first. Pravan, Pavan and Murali Krishna, the two batters out in the center, whereas Syed Muzammil with the ball for RR Stones. That slightly shorter length, cut away but straight to the short third. It's a dot ball. Coming to the career stats of Murli Krishna, 425 matches for Murli Krishna, 11,713 runs, averaging over 36, strike rate 130, and his partner Pawan, 37 matches for him, 1,482 runs, averaging very excellent 64.43, strike rate 117.62 for Pawan. Right hand left hand combination right at the top for the Game Changers, whereas left arm quick Syed Muzammil to open the bowling for RR Stones. 104 matches for him, 122 wickets, economy slightly on the higher end, 8.04, best figures of 4 for 17. Well, that's an excellent shape for Syed Muzammil, completely squaring up the right-hander that swinged a lot, moved a lot off the surface, went away after pitching. Murali Krishna just trying to defend at that one, gets beaten on the outside edge. The last ball of the over, he goes straight and full, driven but straight to the short cover. That will be a dot ball to close out the over. An excellent first over by Muzammil. One coming off the first over. Game changer, winning the toss, opting to bat first. This is a very tricky surface. There will be plenty of assistance for the bowlers in this surface. Ball will skid through every now and then. At the same time, it might bounce extra occasionally. Majid Ali to share the new ball with Syed Muzammil. He's a right arm medium pacer, balls in with a short run up. Usually will get the ball to skid through. Starts off with a low full toss, driven away beautifully by Pawan straight to the sweeper cover, but it will be a single, which will give the strike to a right-hander, Murali Krishna, who's yet to get off the mark. El Majid Ali, an excellent bowler, he's got a knack of picking wickets. Majid Ali, 164 matches for him, 163 wickets, economy 6.90, best figures of 7 for 9. That's on the good length. Murali Krishna playing on the back foot, punching the ball. Good fielding by Majid Ali in his follow through. He'll get the ball to skid through the surface. Well, that's a good delivery. Murali Krishna throwing the bat at that one. Beautiful shape. Good seam presentation by Majid Ali, leaving the right-hander after pitching. Batter gets beaten on the cut. 7 balls so far for Murali Krishna, yet to get off the mark. Full, handsome looking shot, but good field inside the circle right at the edge. It will only be a single. Murali Krishna finally gets off the mark. 3 without loss, game changer. 1.4 overs into the match. This will be a very good contest. RR Stones, the game changers, both very good teams. Inside edge. Ball wrapped onto the pad. Moves in to fine leg for a single. 3 runs of the over so far. Last ball of the over. Well, that was in the air for a brief time. It will be a dot ball. Good one from Majid Ali. Only 3 coming off the second over. Game changers. 4 without any loss after 2. Sayyid Muzammil to continue. Excellent first over by Muzammil. That was full and beautifully swinged away. Fielder after that one, and Hill gives it up. That's a first boundary for Pawan. Slightly full, attacking the stumps. Sayyid Muzammil on that occasion. Beautifully straight driven by Pawan. Mid-on fielder tried his best to cut that off, but that ball was racing very quickly. Outfielder at one champion is lightning quick. No point chasing the ball in the outfield. 8 without any loss, game changers. This time Muzammil goes into the surface, but the direction was wrong. Way outside off stump. White signal by the match official. 9 without any loss now. Game changers winning the toss, opting to bat first on a very green surface. Well, this time it's a good bumper from Sayyid Muzammil. Well, that's been given as a wide by the square leg umpire. That was shot into the surface, goes over the height of the batter, and it's been called as a wide. Score now into the double figures for game changers. A steady start. Only 4 of first 2 overs, but now they have already got 6. In the third over, only one legal delivery ball in this over. That's a better length from Muzammil. Batter playing with the soft hands and running through for a single. Excellent start for Pawan. 8 of 5. 8 of 5 for Pawan. Whereas 1 of 9 for Vishnuvardhan. Right hand, left hand combination at the top for the game changers. Well, that's wrapped on the pad. Huge appeal for the leg before, but the match official unmoved. Well, that looked as if it pitched outside the leg stump, outside the line of leg stump. That was clearly hitting the stump, but the pitching was the question. Once again, full appeal. Not out, says the umpire. Syed Muzammil attacking the stumps against Vishnuvardhan. He's getting better of Vardhan at the moment. Vishnuvardhan looking to play on the onside. Get speed in. This is good from Syed Muzammil. He's not offering the width for the right-handers. Well punched off the back foot with the very soft hands. Will they come back for second? Slight misfield. They've gone for the second run. Will they come back for third? No, they won't. 2 runs for the batting team. Score moves to 13. An expensive over. 9 runs already. A delivery remaining. 13 without any loss after 2.5. Both the batters now looking to score runs. Well, that's a beautiful length. Leaving the right-hander after pitching. It's a dot ball to close out the over. 9 runs coming off the third over by Syed Muzammil. The game changers, 13 without any loss. Majid Ali to continue. Starts off with a dot. Well, that's a full delivery, but straight to the short cover. First one down. Pawan was looking good. That was a very good cover drive, but went straight to the short cover. Rohit there inside the circle. Makes no mistake. First one down for the game changers against the runner play. He was looking very good. Pawan tries to drive on the up. Ariel and straight to the short cover. Majid Ali, as I said, he has a knack of picking wickets. Strikes for the first time. 13 for 1 after 3.2. New batter in is Akhil in at number 3. A right-hander replacing the left-hander. Once again, Majid Ali going very full. Will they come back for second? Mir Roshan Ali with an excellent throw. The ball bounced extra right in front of the wicket keeper. That was a very good throw from the deep fielder. If the wicket keeper would have collected that one, it would have been curtains for Akhil. But he gets off the mark with couple of runs. 319 matches for Akhil. 5,000 runs. 5,027 runs. Averaging just over 23. Strike rate 122.37. 15 for 1 game changers after 3.4. Well, this has been a steady start. Well, walked away on the onside. Mir Roshan Ali once again in the play, coming back for the second one. We have to wait for the match official signal. It was a very close call, but he gives it in the favor of batter. Well, Roshan Ali once again with a very good throw. Majid Ali does well, but it will be a couple of runs for the game changers. 17 for 1 after 3.5. 1.5 over, 7 for 1 for Majid Ali. Well, that's an absolute peach. Bounce and swing there for Majid Ali to beat the right hander. 4 runs and a wicket coming off that over. Game changers. After 4 overs, 17 for the loss of 1. Syed Muzammil will continue into his third over. 2 overs, 10 for none for Syed Muzammil. He'll be searching for wicket. He's bowled well, but yet to pick it, yet to pick a wicket. A very slow start for Vishnuvardhan. 3 of just 13 deliveries. Akil just arrived at the wicket. He's got run a ball 4. All in all, 17 for 1 after 4 overs. Good bowling so far from Ara Stones. Syed Muzammil once again bowling on the stumps, not providing any width whatsoever for Vishnuvardhan to work with. This is good. Vishnuvardhan very strong outside of stump. Muzammil in a no mood to give him any sort of width. Balled at very hard length. Vishnuvardhan playing that one off the back foot. Ball went very quickly to the point. It's a dot ball. Well, in the air, but that was in the gap. Well placed. Straight to the sweeper cover. A good throw from the deep. So it will be a single. A good over so far. Couple of dots. Now a single. One coming off the first half. Well, what a ball that was. It's been given as a wide. But what a ball that was. Into the surface. And that ball took off. In the end, it was way too much swing for Muzammil. And the match official gives it a wide. Well, this time the ball keeps slow, different from the previous instance where the ball took off. This time it skids through the surface. Akhil looking to cut, but gets surprised by the low bounce. This is a very tricky surface. Well wrapped on the pads, huge appeal, but not at all interested match official. That ball looked full, but not good enough for the match official to give it as an out. That was pitching outside leg stump, leg by signal by the match official. Well, wrapped on the pad this time. It's been given. Vishnuvardhan struggling. His struggle comes to an end. He only managed 4 of 17 deliveries. Second one down for game changers. After 5, 20 for 2. New batter in is Chaitanya. He's in at number 4 for the game changers. 238 matches for Chaitanya. 953 runs, averaging over 10. Strike rate 85.32. Well, there's a change in bowling attack as well. Now Utkarsh with his right arm leg break. 59 matches for him, 82 wickets. Economy very good, 5.24. Best figures of 5 for 38. He's a wicket taker. Utkarsh will bowl the final over of the power play. He's got long off and deep mid wicket in play. Starts off with a very full delivery. Akil looking to sweep, only managing to get inside edge onto the pad. Dot ball to start off. Well, that's a low full toss. Sweeps it away. Doesn't get off the middle. Ball moves to the square leg. Good running. They're through for a single. Score moves to 21. Utkarsh, very good bowler. Spin inside the power play. This is good move. That's an absolute peach. Pitching on the stumps and leaving the right hander. Poor keeping there from Abed Azharuddin behind the timber. 4 by signal by the match official. That should have been a dot one. Sharp turn there for Utkarsh. It will encourage him to pitch it up. Well, Abed Azharuddin should have caught that one. Doesn't even make an effort to catch that ball. That's a 4 byes. Score moves to 25. Another over pitch delivery. This time beautifully driven in the long off region for a single. Chaitanya gets off the mark with that single. 26 for 2. Slog sweep on this occasion. Fielder there behind. Will they come back for the second run? Yes, they do. Good running between the wicket. 8 runs coming off the over so far. This will be the last ball of the power play. Akhil now. Well, that's a very full delivery and straight through the defense of Akhil. Utkar strikes at the very last ball of the power play. After 6 overs, 27 for the loss of 3. Game changers. After 6 overs, game changes. 27 for the loss of 3. Power play done and dusted. Power play clearly belongs to RR Stones. They have bowled well. They have kept things tight. They've got 3 wickets inside the power play. Syed Muzammil to continue. He'll now bowl out. 3 overs, 12 for 1 for Muzammil. Now into his 4th over. New batter in is Murali Krishna. In at number 5 for the game changers. 425 matches for Murali Krishna. 11,713 runs. Averaging over 36. Strike rate 130.39 for Murali Krishna. Very established batter. In the middle order for the game changers will be at the non-striker. Well, that's a good length from Syed Muzammil. Chaitanya looking to play at that one. Altogether misses the ball completely. Play and a miss. It was a dot ball. Once again, looking to cut Chaitanya. Similar kind of length from Muzammil, leaving the right-hander after pitching. He's coming over the wicket for the right-handers. Ball normally goes away. Well, very full and goes through the defense of Chaitanya. That was a loose shot from Chaitanya. That brings his downfall. Fourth one bites the dust. Excellent passage of play for Ara Stones. They have got the fourth one. Continuing with the Muzammil, pays off. He strikes for the first time and sends back Chaitanya for naught. It was a very good slow one. New batter in is Nandakishore Nelly in at number 6 for the game changers. 115 matches for Kishore, 1813 runs, averaging over 22, strike rate 88 for Nandakishore. Game changers in trouble now. Well, that's an absolute beauty. First up, full and leaving the right hander. Kishore looking to play that ball on the front foot, gets beaten on the outside edge. Once again on the pads, Nandakishore. This time defense of the on the back foot, as it was a good length delivery. An excellent over so far from Sayyid Muzammil. Four dots and a wicket. Last ball of the Muzammil spells. Another beauty to end off his spell. Very close to an outside edge. A wicket made in from Muzammil. After 7 game changers, 27 for the loss of 4. Utkarsh to continue. 1 over 3 for 1 for Utkarsh. Into his second over. He's got a slip now. Once again, full. But on the pads this time. Clipped away. Fielder there behind in the mid wicket. So it will only be a single. Utkarsh bowling very well. Bowling very full for the batters. Inviting them for the big shot. Skiddy through the surface. This time it was a low full toss on the pads. Clipped away. Will they look for the second one? No, they are settling in with the single. Mir Roshan Ali there in the deep. He's a very good fielder. They're not chancing his arm. Couple of runs coming in this over. Guided away straight to the short third. It's a dot ball. But the batters playing cautiously. They need to stitch in a partnership here. Current run rate 3.87 for the game changers. Well, that turned very sharply once again. Keep slow and skids at the same time. Turn and a low bounce. It will create doubt in the batter's mind. Well, that's a beautifully balled wrong one. Batter looking to play on the back foot gets beaten. That ball should have been pitched up. Well, that's a quicker one. Variations now coming from Utkarsh. Batter completely surprised by the pace. Four dot balls in a trot to end the eighth over. Two runs coming off that over. Game changes 29 for the loss of four. Introduction in the bowling attack. Divay Singh starts off with a good delivery. Right arm off break. Divay Singh. 198 matches for him. 114 wickets. Economy 7.05. Best figures of 5 for 9. He'll look to finish off the over very quickly. Divay Singh once again playing on the back foot. Inside edge. Ball very close to the stump. That was a good ball from Divesh. He's getting the ball to skid through. This time very slow through the air. Wide given by the match official. It was way outside off stump. Tried to ball slow that one, but that went horribly wrong. Once again, short. Punched off the back foot. Good fielding in covers. But it will still be a single overthrow there from the short cover fielder. No need to throw that one. Bowler Divay Singh not happy with the effort there by the short cover fielder. Both the batters had made their ground, no need for the throw. Misfield helps the batters come back for the second run. Once again, ball slow through the air, gets the outside edge, wide of the slip fielder, beats the short third towards his left, and Muzammil after that, he has to give it. Outfield very quick here at the one champion, and the ball wins. Score moves to 36. That's a much needed boundary for the game changers. Score moves to 36. 36 for the loss of 4 after 8.4. Well, that's punched hard, but straight back to the bowler. Divay Singh does well in his follow through. 7 runs of the over so far. Once again, balls it very slow, but it was full. Beautiful looking shot from Nandakishore. Straight to the sweeper cover, only for a single. 8 runs coming off the ninth over. Game changers. 37 for the loss of 4. Utkarsh now to continue. 2 overs, 5 for 1 for Utkarsh. Another beauty from the leggy. Pitching in the right area, getting the ball to turn. Plenty of assistance, both for the fast and the spin bowlers in this surface. This time pulled away, no one there behind. Plenty of open spaces there. Will they come back for second? No, they are not chancing the arm of the deep fielder. They're settling in for a single. Nandakishore with the pull shot doesn't get. the timing correct on that, but it will be a single. 38 now, 38 for 4 after 9.2. Very full delivery from Utkarsh. Met the full face of the bat all along the carpet for a single. Good over so far, two coming off the first half. Well, that's been defended off the front foot by Nanda Kishore. Both the batters playing very cautiously, looking to build a partnership. Build a partnership. Well, this time cut away. Straight to the sweeper cover only for a single. 3 runs coming off the over. 40 for the loss of 4. The game changer. This will be the last ball. From this end, there will be a change in end. Last ball of the 10th over. Utkarsh to Murli Krishna. Well, that's a flighted up, tossed up delivery. That was a wrong one. Beautifully read by Murli Krishna, and he goes over extra cover for a boundary. An inside out shot. 7 runs coming off the 10th over. The game changers. 44 for the loss of 4. We are halfway through the first innings. There will be a change in end. Players will have drinks. We'll be right back after a very short break. Change of ends. Divesh Singh to continue. One 1/8 for none for Davies. That's hit back straight over Davies' head. He jumped in the air, but that ball was way high for him to catch. Nanda Kishore with the single. 45 for 4 after 10.1. Well, this partnership going along nicely for game changers. They have lost first 4 early wickets. Partnership now worth 18 of 22 deliveries between Murli Krishna and Nanda Kishore. This partnership needs to go on from here on. Well, that's a quick delivery from Divesh Singh. Skids through the surface. Murli Krishna looking to cut that one. Missing the ball completely. Once again, a cut shot, but no connection with the ball. Murali Krishna with the shot, swing and a miss. This time he gets it, but only for a single. Mir Roshan Ali in the sweeper cover does well. It will only be a single. That was the fourth delivery on the trot, pitched in the similar area, but for the third time the batsman get rid of that delivery. Well, looking to pole, it's in the air, but will not carry to the fielder. Well, they were looking for the single. In the end, decide against the single. Well, that's a quicker one. Played with the soft hands, and this time through for a single. 3 runs coming off the 11th over by Divya Singh. Game changers 47 for 4. Another introduction in the bowling attack. Left arm slow orthodox Mohammad Asif into the attack. 13 matches, 14 wickets. Economy 6.7. Best figures of 3 for 18 for Mohammad Asif. Another spinner making his way out to the center. Well, that's a dot delivery to start off. A good one from Mohammad Asif. Nanda Kishore looking to cut but gets beaten. Well, that was in the air, but no one there inside the circle. So it will be a single. A good throw from the deep. Will they come back? No. Muzammil backs him up beautifully. That was an excellent throw from the deep mid wicket fielder. Hits the target. One stump to eight. Aim at and bullseye. Hits the target. Score moves to 48. 48 for the loss of 4 for game changers. They are in some sort of trouble. Scoring rate just over 4. Current run rate 4.24. They need to work on that as well. Another good delivery and beautiful looking shot. Wide off, mid off. But it will only be a single. Good looking shot from Murali Krishna, but only for a single. 8 of 11 for Murali Krishna, whereas 13 of 19 swept away beautifully in between square leg and mid wicket for a boundary. That's a much needed boundary coming off the blade of Nanda Kishore. Slightly full from Muhammad Asif. Nanda Kishore gets his knee down and sweeps it. That was flat, almost gone all the way, but just bouncing before the boundary skirting. It's a one bounce four. 50 is up for game changers. 53 for 4 in 11.4. This time length slightly dragged back from Muhammad Asif. Nandakishore looking for the second one, but has to settle in with a single. 7 runs so far of the over. Change of a bat for Murali Krishna. Looking for the big shot, but length was not there on that occasion. Swing and a miss. It's a dot ball. After 12 overs, 54 for the loss of 4. The game changers. Divesh Singh will continue. 2 overs, 11 for none for Divesh. He's bowled well, but did not get the wicket. Well, that's been cut away. Straight to the gully. It's a dot ball. Non-striker wanted the single, but sent back by the striker. slightly short from Divya Singh, pulled away. There's a fielder behind, so it will only be a single. Score moves to 55. 55 for 4 after 12.2. Well, Murali Krishna on that occasion making room for himself, trying to cut but gets beaten. Well, Murali Krishna sweeps, but this time straight to the fine leg fielder. It will only be a single. They've got fine leg, deep mid wicket, and long on. Three fielders on the onside. This time slightly back of length. Punched away, but excellent field there in the covers while moving towards his right. An excellent over from Divesh, concedes only two. Looking for the big shot, Nanda Kishore gets an inside half of the bat. Fielder there in the deep gets to the ball in a flash and keeps the batter at one. An excellent over, three coming off the 13th by Divesh Singh. The game changers, 57 for the loss of four after 13. Asif to continue. Well, the batter moves at the very last moment. He was not ready on that occasion. So it will be signaled as a dead ball. Strike. Well, Murali Krishna moving early on that occasion. Wicketkeeper there was blinded. That ball skids through. Murali Krishna gets no connection but still will fetch four by signal by the match official. Score moves to 62. These are streaky runs, but the game changers will take it. Score moves to 62. 62 for the loss of 4 after 13.3. Well, that was a very beautifully ball delivery, slow through the air, spinning away from the right hander. Murali Krishna looking to go inside out. Gets beaten, it's a dot ball. 5 runs of the over so far. Punched off the back foot, looking for the quick single, but sent back by the non striker. Last ball of the over. Batter this time advancing, trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Good from Asif, slightly dragging his length back. Batter still going with the shot. It will only be a single. 6 runs coming off the 14th over. Game changer 63 for the loss of 4. Divya Singh will continue into his fourth over. 3 overs, 14 for naught. That was slightly short. Murali Krishna looking to pull, gets beaten as this ball skids through the surface very quickly, keeps low and skids through. Good take by the wicketkeeper. This time slow through the air, tossed up. Poor effort by the wicketkeeper. Good backup by the short third. It will only be a single. Abid Azharuddin, the wicketkeeper, today not at his very best behind the timber. Well, that was punched away off the back foot, but good fielding by Divya Singh in his follow through. It's a dot ball. 21 of 27 for Nanda Kishore. That's a very full delivery, drilled down the ground, but only for a single. Score moves to 65 for the loss of 4. Divya Singh into his fourth over, 3.4 overs, 15 for none for him. Walked away in between mid wicket and mid long on. This is excellent gap placement from Murali Krishna. He'll fetch couple of runs for that. He moves to 12, 12 of 22. Both the batters need to get move on from here on. Very slow through the air. Was there an outside edge? Was there a catch drop? Yes, it was. That should have been a wicket for Divya Singh, but Abid Azharuddin puts one down. It's a single, 5 runs coming off that one. After 15 overs, 68 for the loss of 4. The game changers. Divya Singh will go wicketless today. Mohammad Asif will continue into his third over. 2 overs, 9 for none so far for Asif. Looking to go inside out, getting the bottom half of the bat. Well, sweeper cover fielder was very late on the ball, hence it will be an easy couple of runs. 70s up for the game changers in the 16th over. 70 for 4 after 15.1. Last 5 overs. Well, looking to paddle it fine. No one there in the fine leg. Murali Krishna on that occasion, failing to get the bat or ball. It's a dot ball. This time advancing, looking to go for the big shot. Moving too early. Muhammad Asif saw him coming, dragged his length back. Still goes through the shot, but the ball skids through the surface and hits the off stump. Muhammad Asif strikes for the first time. Fifth one down for the game changer. 70 for 5. After 15.3, something had to happen. Both the batters had enough time out in the center, was looking to explode. They've settled in, but not to be, as the partnership has been broken. Muhammad Asif with the wicket. 70 for 5, game changers after 15.3. New batter is in Chanchanaidu in at number 7 for the game changers. 63 matches for him. 459 runs, averaging just under 13. Strike rate over 100 for Chanchanaidu. Well, that's a very good ball there from Asif. Turn and a bounce. Chinchinaidu looking to play aerial. Gets beaten. An excellent over from Mohammad Asif. This time played with the very soft hand. Good fielding in the point. So it will be a dot ball. 2 runs coming off that over. 2 runs and a wicket from the 16th by Mohammad Asif. 70 for the loss of 5. Game changers after 16 overs. Last 4 overs in play. Introduction in the bowling attack as well as Mir Roshan Ali is in with his right arm leg break. 1119 matches for Roshan Ali, 758 wickets, economy 7.64, best figures of 7 for 56, swept away. But straight to the deep fielder, slight misfield. They are coming back for second. Throw is good, but both the batters made their ground easily. Couple of runs for Nanda Kishore, 24 of 29 for Nanda Kishore. Hit away, this time in between mid wicket and mid on. Will they come back for second? Yes, they will. Excellent gap placement there from Nanda Kishore on that occasion to get couple of runs. 4 runs coming off the 2 deliveries. Well, this has been good. They need to run hard. Runs looked hard to come by. So you need to get 2 runs whenever the opportunity is there. Well, that's a poor delivery from Mir Roshan Ali. It was down the leg and gone for 4. Nothing much the wicketkeeper could have done. 5 wides for the game changers as the score moves to 79. 9 runs already of the over. Only 2 deliveries ball. This is poor from Mir Roshan Ali. Usually balls very economically. That's in the air. Fielder there coming underneath and he takes it. Nanda Kishore looking to up the ante, but he holds out into the deep. Sixth one goes down. Rohit there in the deep. As Rohit Reddy makes no mistake. Sixth one down for the game changers. Wicket goes down at the very wrong time. Nanda Kishore played well, but now has to walk back. New batter in is Akhil Reddy. Well, that's a wide way outside off stump. Akhil Reddy in at number 8 for the game changers. Worked away on the leg side. No one there in the fine leg. Will they come back for third? They have completed the second run. They're not going for the third. Good throw by the deep fielder. He does well. The deep square leg fielder. Well, that's been given as a short run. This is poor from both the batters. They are missing the basics. Akhil Reddy gets off the mark. Well, looking to go up and over. Fielder there inside the circle could have taken that catch easily. Instead, he goes back and collects the ball on a bounce. Well, what's happening there? That was an easy catch in the covers. Well, that was a very full delivery from Mir Roshan Ali. Chanchnaidu hits it straight down the ground to get himself off the mark. A good over, 13 runs for the batting teams. Wicket and a 13 runs in that over after 17. Game changers, 83 for the loss of 6. Muhammad Asif to bowl out. 3 overs, 11 for 1 him. 11 for 1 for him. into his fourth over. This will be the fourth over on the trot for Muhammad Asif. His ball exceedingly well. He's contained the batters. Well, slow through the air, hit flat. Will not carry to the fielder. Chanchnaidu with the shot, but only for a single. Well, that ball was guided away, played late, allowed the ball to turn, then just guided it into the third man region and threw for a single. Both the batters complementing each other very well as far as running between the wicket is concerned. They've completed a quick single with ease. Chanchanaidu pulls it in between mid wicket and long on, and that's a boundary. Much needed one. That's been beautifully placed. Both the fielders had no chance to cut that one off. Boundary coming after a very long while for the game changers. Once again hit away in the similar region. Once again the result remains same. Asif Ali going for plenty in this over. Well, that's an excellent shot from Chanchan Naidu. It was slightly full, and this time he plays the shot on the front foot. 93 for 6 now. 10 runs already of the over. Couple of deliveries yet to be bowled. Asif Ali proving out to be an expensive one in the final over of his spell. Still a good spell. 3.4 overs, 21 for 1. Will he finish off on high? Slow through the air, skids through the surface. Chanchanaidu once again looking for the big shot. Gets speed and it's a dot ball. Good take by the wicketkeeper. Last ball of the over. Slow through the air, inside edge. Abid Azharuddin slow to the ball. Hence completes the single with ease. 11 runs coming off the 18th over. Game changers 94 for the loss of 6. Last 2 overs remaining in this innings. Mir Roshan Ali, after being expensive in his first, gets his second over. 1 over 13 for 1 for Mir Roshan Ali into his second over. Well, that's been defended off the front foot by Chanchanaidu. It's a dot ball. Well, that's in the air. Chanchanaidu doesn't get middle of the it, but it's still good enough to go for a boundary. One bounce four for Chanchanaidu. 98 for the loss of 6 now. Roshan Ali bowling very full outside off stump. Well, that's a better delivery. Length slightly dragged back, spinning away on that occasion after pitching. It was a leg break from Mir Roshan Ali. Another leg break. Swing and a miss from Chanchanaidu. Wicketkeeper misses too, but covers it up beautifully. It's a dot ball. 4 runs coming off the four balls. Well, that's beautifully tossed up. Chanchanaidu looking to drive and running through for a single, but he misses. Last ball of the over. 4 runs so far of the over. Once again, a beauty from Mir Roshan Ali. Four dots in a row to close out the over. 4 runs coming off the 19th over. 98 for the loss of 6. Game changers. Winning the toss, opting to bat first. 98 for 6. Utkarsh will bowl the final over of the inning. 3 overs, 12 for 1 for Utkarsh. Akil Reddy, run a ball 3 for him. Run a ball 15 for Chanchanaidu as well. Well, that's a good ball from Utkarsh. On the length, Akil Reddy looking to play off the back foot over extra cover but misses. Tossed up delivery, driven on the up but all along the carpet. It will only be a single. 99 for 6. Game changers. Well, that's in the air but will not carry to the deep fielder. That was pulled away but not effectively. 100 is up for the game changers in the 20th over. 100 for 6 after 19.3. Last 3 balls remaining in this innings. How much more can the game changers get? Well, Akil Reddy looking for the reverse sweep but gets no connection with the ball. Runs have slowed down in final couple of overs. This time the batter advances, hits it straight, but it will be cut off by the long on fielder. It will be couple of runs for Akil Reddy. Score moves to 102. 102 for the loss of 6 after 19.5. What will be the target? Last ball coming up. Utkarsh to Akil Reddy. Akil Reddy looking for the reverse sweep. Gets it but doesn't get the ball in the gap. They are coming back for the second run. Well, a poor throw. They'll come back for second run. With that, first innings has been completed. The game changers winning the toss, opting to bat first, only managing 104 for the loss of 6 wicket. 105 will be the target for RR Stones when they come out to bat. We'll be right back after a very short break. Do catch us on the other side. That was a very full delivery, driven away in between mid off and covers. Timing impeccable on that occasion. Abid Azharuddin hardly hit that one, but that ball races across the surface very quickly. That's the second boundary of the over. Abid Azharuddin and CY are the two openers out in the center for the RR Stones, whereas Akhil Reddy to take up the new ball for the game changers. Very experienced batter Abid Azharuddin, 1463 matches, 50,360 runs, averaging over 41. Strike rate very good, 142 for Abid Azharuddin, whereas CY at the non-striker, 11 matches for him, 300 runs, 37.50 the average, strike rate 205.48. Akhil Reddy, the bowler, 394 matches for him, 464 wickets, economy 6.52, best figures of 5 for 18. He's a very good bowler. Akhil Reddy strikes more often than not with the new ball, coming around the wicket for the left-hander now. In fact, going over the wicket now for the left-hander. Good seam presentation. Ball leaves the left-hander after pitching. Good little comeback by bowler, but it's a good one for the batting team. 9 runs coming off the very first over. 9 without any loss. RR Stones. RM56 to share the new ball with Akhil Reddy. He's a left arm pacer. RM56, 21 matches for him, 7 wickets, economy 6.8. Best figures of 3 for 22 for RM56. Coming over the wicket for the right hander CY Chirag Yadav. Very good batting combination at the top for RR Stones. Both the batters very experienced. Well, that's cut away. 4 to start off. That was slightly shorter. Width was there. And Chirag Yadav needs no second invitation. That was crisply timed in between point and cover point for a boundary. 13 without any loss. RR Stones off to a flyer. No better way to get yourself off the mark than hit a boundary. Ah, Chirag Yadav announces himself with a boundary. RM56, the youngster. Well, that was short. Very slow. Chirag Yadav initially looking to pull that one, but that was not as quick as he was anticipated. In the end, just defends it. Was expecting it to be a quicker one. Aram, not quickest through the air. He's a medium pacer. Chirag Yadav needs to wait for the ball on that occasion. This time it was driven straight down the ground but hits the timber at the non-striker end. It's a dot ball that was played very straight. Hence Chirag Yadav gets no run. Well, the wicketkeeper now gets his helmet. Will look to stand up for RM56 in order to stop the initial trigger movement of the batsman. Well, the slip is out and is standing in the short mid wicket. Long on and deep mid wicket are the two fielders outside the circle. Well, that shot punched away off the back foot but straight to the short cover. That's third dot on a trot after a boundary in this over. Good comeback from RM56. Well, that's way outside of stump. White ball signal by the umpire. Score moves to 14. Good over so far from RM56. Good little comeback. He only concedes one in his next three after going for a boundary at the very first ball. This is full. This is in the air. Will it be taken? Short mid wicket fielder backpedaling, but completely misjudges one. Well, that was a big moment in the match. Chirag Yadav, a wicket of a Chirag Yadav will be big for the game changers early on. Once again, Chirag Yadav playing early. That was not quick as he anticipated. That's a dot ball. Last ball of the over. RM56. That's a low full toss and that's gone all the way. What a shot that was. Shot and a half. That was struck flat but still carries all the way. That's the power of the man, Abid Azharuddin. 12 runs coming off the second over by RM56. Ara Stones off to a fly at 21 without any loss after 2. Akhil Reddy will continue. 1 over 9 for none for Akhil Reddy. Well, that's a very full delivery, stylish looking drive, but mid off fielder will cut that off. It will only be a single for Chirag Yadav. Run a ball 6 for Chirag Yadav, whereas 14 of just 7 deliveries for Mohammad Imtiaz. RR Stones change the batting pair every now and then at the top. It was Mohammad Imtiaz in the previous encounter, now it's Chirag Yadav. Abid Azharuddin stays constant, but his partner changes every now and then. Well, that's a big shot in the air. Cover fielder back paddling takes it. It's a big wicket. Abid Azharuddin looking for another big shot. Pawan there in the inner circle takes a beauty while back paddling. First one goes down for RR Stones. Abed Azharuddin looking good for 14 but now has to walk back. 22 for 1. Stones after 2.2. Rohit Reddy is the new batter in at number 3 for RR Stones. Very good right hand batter. Rohit Reddy. 172 matches for him. 3,752 runs. Averaging just over 31. Decent strike rate 91.40 for Rohit Reddy in at number 3. Well, that's a Steve bounce there from Akhil Reddy. That was a good length delivery, but that went way over the batsman's bat. Was looking to cut. Rohit Reddy seems that he might have covered the ball on that occasion, rocking on the back foot, trying to cut, but that ball had the other idea. Took off. This time he gets on the top of the bounce, cuts it away. A misfield in the sweeper cover region. It will be a boundary. Rohit Reddy gets off the mark in some style. That was a beautifully controlled shot. That was shot banged into the surface. Rohit Reddy does well to get on the top of the bounce. Cuts it. But sweeper cover fielder makes a mess out of it. That's a boundary. Well, another short one. This time the ball keeps low. Well, a real low bounce there on that occasion for Akhil Reddy. Almost ball rolling across the surface. He was looking to pull, but that ball was a very low. Fortunate for Rohit Reddy that it doesn't, it wasn't in line of stumps. It would have been curtains if it was in line of stumps. Nonetheless, it's a bye single. Score moves to 27. Last ball of the over. Chirag Yadav looking for the big shot. Gets beaten. Plays down the wrong line on that occasion. 6 runs and a big wicket of Abed Azharuddin coming off the third over by Akhil Reddy. 27 for the loss of 1. RR Stones. RM56 to continue. Now coming around the wicket for the right-handers. Change of angle for him. Will that work for him? He's gone for 12 in his first. Sweeper cover and long on are the two fielders. Well, that's been cut away, but straight to the point. It's a dot ball. Good looking shot for not. Well, he's bowling over the wicket. RM56, I thought he might go around, but his ball over the wicket. 1.1 overs, 12 for none so far for RM56. Slightly short, punched off the back foot, but straight to the short cover. Who does well? It's a dot ball. Back to back dot deliveries to start off the fourth over. 4 of 5 deliveries for Rohit Reddy. Whereas 6 of 7 for Chirag Yadav. Both the batters playing their shots, but at the moment not getting the ideal results. Well, that's very full and swinged away over the head of the mid wicket. One bounce, two bounce, into the boundary fence it goes. This was easy pickings. It was an attempted slow one, gone wrong. It was very full, and Rohit Reddy got into a very good position and hits it across the line for a boundary. Well, there's a change of field immediately after that shot. Sweeper cover comes in and mid wicket drops back after that boundary. Now he needs to stay wicket to wicket. That's a short ball. Batter looking to pull, gets beaten. Well, wicket keeper who was standing up is very disappointed with that ball. He had no idea that the bowler might have a sharp bouncer as well. He was very late onto the ball. That ball went very quickly off the surface. It's a 4 byes. Score moves to 35. 35 for the loss of 1. Well, that was a good bumper, but he should have signaled the wicket keeper. Well, that's wide, way outside off stump. Wicket keeper does well to get glove onto that one. Score moves to 36. 36 for the loss of 1 after 3.4. RR Stones off to a flyer, but they've lost one big wicket. Abid Azharuddin only managed 14 today, got holed out in the cover point. Rohit Reddy with the catch. Once again, full from RM 656, but the ball keeps slow after pitching. Rohit Reddy looking to play on the up, makes no connection with the ball. Ball rolls through the wicket keeper. He does well, stops the ball with the pad. Well, this surface is a very tricky one. It keeps you guessing. Last ball of the over. Full ball. Chira, in fact, Rohit Reddy looking to go over extra cover. Gets an inside edge. Ball moves into the mid wicket. It will be a single. A good one for the batting team. 10 runs coming off the fourth over. 37 for the loss of 1 after 4. RR Stones. Akhil ready to continue into his third over. An extra over for Akhil Reddy. 2 overs, 14 for 1. Well, starts off with a wide, way outside off stump. Wide signal by the umpire. Score moves to 38. Akhil Reddy is balled well. 2 overs, 15 for 1. He's got a wicket as well. His tail will be up. That's a very full delivery, beautifully square driven by Rohit Reddy. Beats point and gully. That's a boundary. Beautifully placed. Not much gap in between point and a back foot point, I must say. But he threads a needle. That's a boundary. Welcome boundary for RR Stones and Rohit. Rohit moves to 13. 13 of 10 deliveries. Whereas RR Stones 42 for the loss of 1. The game changers should hunt for the wickets. Well, once again, another beautiful looking shot. Misfield by the mid off fielder. Well, that will go for a boundary. That should have only been a single, but the misfield allows the ball go through for a boundary. Back to back boundaries for Rohit Reddy. 17 of 11 now for Rohit. 46 for 1 RR Stones now after 4.2. Well, they are moving along nicely. Rohit Reddy, 17 of 11, 6 of 7 for Chirag Yadav. This time the ball keeps low. Good effort there by the wicketkeeper, getting down low very quickly, putting his body on the line. Well, that's lifted over. Fielder there coming in and he misses. Well, what a costly drop that will be. Rohit Reddy looking to go inside out. Fielder there in the sweeper cover region. He could have taken that one, but he misses. That was straight in and out. That's a very costly drop. Rohit Reddy looking very good. Gets a lifeline. Fortune favoring the brave. Well, that's a full delivery. Chirag Yadav defending it on the front foot. Straight back to the bowler in his follow through. That's a dot ball. That should have been second one down for RR Stones. But Rohit gets a lifeline. Dropped in the sweeper cover. Well, that's hit straight in line of ball, and that's a boundary. Welcome boundary for Chirag. That was in the arc for the right hander, and he says enough is enough. Hits it straight as an arrow for a boundary. 50 is up for RR Stones in no time. 51 for 1 after 5. Introduction in the bowling attack. Yash now with his right arm off break. 205 matches for him, 298 wickets. Economy very good, 5.8. Best figures of 5 for 11 for Yash. Will be bowling at Rohit Reddy. He's got a slip, cut away, but straight to the point. It's a dot ball, slightly short from Yash on that occasion. Plenty of width that was on offered. Well, this is much better. That was on the off stump. A wild throw there, but both the batters not going for the second run. They are settling in with a single. 52 for the loss of one now. RR Stones while chasing 105. They need another 53. That was way outside off stump. White signal by the umpire. Chirag Yadav lets it go through. Yes, he's got long on and cow corner. Well, that's another wide. Spins away after pitching for the right hander. Score moves to 54. Chirag Yadav once again swings and misses the ball. That's a dot ball. 54 for 1 now after 5.3. This time he lifts it beautifully over long off for a boundary. Class written all over that. Chirag Yadav with the boundary. That was slightly full from Yesh. And Chirag Yadav beautifully lifts it over long off for a boundary. Effortlessly done on the front foot. Nothing wrong there with the delivery. It was not an half volley by any means from Yash, but it's just the class of the batter. Change of a field. Now mid wicket is in and long off is back. Well, Chirag Yadav sweeps, gets a leading edge, and the ball goes over wicket keeper. Will that be cut off? Short third after that. He gives it up. That's a boundary. Streaky, but Chirag Yadav will take it. Score moves to 62. 62 for 1 in 5.5. RR Stones. They're marching away to the victory now. Game changer. Game changers need a wicket. They need couple of them, and they need it quickly. This time punched off the back foot, misfield in the covers, and that ball will go on a boundary. That's a third one in a row. An expensive over from Yash, 15 coming off that one. After 6 overs, 66 for the loss of one. Nandakishore now into the attack. As a right arm medium pacer, Nandakishore 115 matches for him, 8 wickets, economy over 8, best figures of 3 for 26. Starts off with a very full delivery on the pads, beautifully clipped away by Rohit Reddy, but only for a single. Score moves to 67. 66 for 1 is what RR Stones managed in the power play. Power play clearly belongs to RR Stones. Well, that's a slow one there from Nanda Kishore. Very full. Chirag Yadav still just defending off the front foot. That's a dot ball. Another slow one. Chirag Yadav plays it straight back to the bowler. That's a very soft dismissal. Easily done by the bowler. It's a cotton bowl. No reaction, no celebration from the batter. Chirag Yadav dismissed. It's a soft dismissal against the run of play. 67 for the loss of 2. RR Stones after 6.3. New batter in is S. Vaishnav Reddy. Joins his brother. Gets off the mark straight away. Clips it away. In the mid wicket for a single. 133 matches for Vaishnav. 2796 runs. Averaging just under 28. Strike rate 101.19 for Vaishnav Reddy. Well, that's a half volley on the pads. Beautifully clipped away. There's a misfield in the deep. That should have only been a single. That was a well timed shot, but still it should have been only a single. But that goes for a 4 due to the misfielding. Score moves to 72. 72 for 2 after 6.5. This is turning out to be a cakewalk for RR Stones. The game changers need to up their game. They need to take wickets on regular intervals from here on. Another good looking shot from Rohit Reddy, but this time straight to the deep fielder in long off for a single. A good over, wicket coming off that one after 7 overs, 73 for the loss of 2. Yes, to continue. Expensive first over for Yash. 1 over 15 for none. Into his second over, he's operating with the slip, gully. In fact, no gully. He's got point and cover point, sweeper cover, very straight. Then a short covers and long off on the offside. Well, the batter looking for the reverse sweep. Well, was there an edge there on that occasion? That looked like it was an edge by the reaction of the bowler. It was put down anyhow. Flighted delivery, hit very hard, straight through the legs of the sweeper cover. Well. That was struck very firmly by Rohit Reddy, but it was straight to the fielder who lets the ball go through right between his legs for a boundary. This is not acceptable. Fielders being sloppy in the outfield is helping the cause for RR Stones. Well, this time cut away. A better effort in the deep. Batters coming back for the second. Yes, they'll get the second run. Score moves to 79. Much better effort from the deep fielder on that occasion. Keeps the batter to 2. Rohit Reddy now into 30s. 31 of 21 so far for him. This time he opts to sweep. Gets a leading edge. No one there. Inside or outside in the fine leg. So it will be an easy couple of runs. He's got slip in play. That is the reason why no fine leg. Easy couple of runs for Rohit Reddy. Square leg was very deep. They are continuing with the similar field. 8 runs of the over so far. 2 deliveries remaining. Well, this time the batter advances and hits it straight to the throat of the mid-wicket fielder, and he puts it down. Well. What's happening in the outfield for the game changers? Butterfingers there, putting the ball down. Well, that should have been an easy catch. That was straight down the throat. He puts it down. White ball. In the meantime, fielder there in the deep hasn't have to move an inch. He looked comfortable, but somehow manages to put it down. Ball keeps slow and skids through. That's a dot ball to close out the over. 10 runs coming off the 8th over by Yash. RR Stones 83 for the loss of 2. Nandakishore to continue. 1 over 7 for 1 for him. Into his second over. Clipped away, but will not carry to the deep fielder. So it will be a single for Rohit Reddy. Rohit Reddy, S. Rohit Reddy, and S. Vaishnav Reddy, two brothers out in the center for RR Stones, controlling the chase. One of two for Vaishnav Reddy. He just made his way out, but 35 of 24 for Rohit Reddy. He's played well. He's controlled the chase up until now. He was in early after the departure of Abed Azharuddin. From there on, he's controlled the chase. Good bounce there for Nanda Kishore. Extra bounce that beats the batter. This time played off the back foot in the sweeper cover region. Fielder there in the deep, so it will only be a single. A good shot from Vaishnav Reddy. Both the batters looking in no hurry as they need only 20 from here on. Once again, a full and slow delivery on the pads. Rohit Reddy hits it in the mid wicket for a single all along the carpet. Both the batters just doing it in a very simple way, not hurrying the things. Well, this time guided away, but straight to the short cover, slight misfield, and they're through for a single. Well, that's a single, a quick one on the misfield. Good communication by both the batters. They were looking to come one more for the second run on the overthrow, but it was not there. Deciding against it, settling with a single. 4 runs so far of the over. A good one from Nanda Kishore. Good spell from Nanda Kishore. 1.5 overs, 11 for 1. Last ball of the over. This time Rohit Reddy moved early, got inside the line of the ball and scoops it in the vacant fine leg region for a boundary. A good over spoiled. 8 runs coming off that one. After 9, 91 for the loss of 2. RR Stones. Now only 14 needed for Stones to win this match. Introduction in the bowling attack. Chaitanya now introduced into the attack. Starts off with a dot ball. That ball turned sharply off the surface. Batter looking to cut, but aborts his shot at the very last time at it was as it was very close to be cut away. Right arm off break Chaitanya. 238 matches for him. 281 wickets. Economy 6.31. Best figures of 7 for 31. This time the batter advances, looking for the big shot. Almost yokes himself, but somehow managing to squeeze that one away in the point for a single. Well, that shot pulled away towards the mid wicket and beats the deep fielder towards his right. That's a quality stroke from Rohit Reddy into the 40s now. 44 of 27 for Rohit Reddy on the verge of getting 2.5 century. 44 of 27. This is the match winning knock from Rohit Reddy. 96 now for RR Stones in just 9.3. Well, this time he goes for the reverse sweep and gets it right and beats the short third. In fact, the gully fielder towards his left. 100 is up for RR Stones in no time. 100 for 2 after 9.4. Now 5 needed. 5 needed for RR Stones. Can they do it in very over? Chaitanya goes for 9 in this over. Well, another reverse sweep. Well, that's a misfield in the point. Will the sweeper cover cut it off? No, he doesn't. That's a boundary. What a shot that was. A timing. After getting into a strangle, he was in a no position to hit that reverse sweep. Bowler saw him moving and bowled it outside, but still somehow he fetches that ball and gets a boundary. 50 is up for Rohit Reddy, 52 of 29. What a knock this has been. Now only a run away RR Stones. Well, a huge appeal and not out says the match official, and the ball goes for a boundary. That will be a four leg byes, a streaky way to get the winning runs. But RR Stones will take it. It's a comfortable victory for RR Stones. They win by 8 runs, completely outplaying their opponent. Game changers will be mighty disappointed with this performance, but they'll come back stronger. Match summary: the game changers winning the toss, opting to bat first, posting 104 for the loss of 6. In reply, RR Stones chasing out in just 10 overs and 8 wickets to spare. What a performance by RR Stones. Congratulations to RR Stones for winning this match with 8 wickets. Player of the match will be S. Rohit Reddy for his unbeaten 52 of just 30 balls. That's it from the commentary box. We'll catch you up, guys, in the next week with another exciting contest. Another exciting contest is coming your way. It's me, Ali Hashmi, signing off from the commentary box. Stay safe. Bye.